1975, black pop culture was booming. From the superfly style of blaxploitation flicks to the crossover success of TV sitcoms like Good Times and The Jeffersons, to the dominance of soul music on the record charts. Being black in America had never been so cool. And everyone wanted in on the action.
For a great welcome, gang, please, for Mr. Gino Vanelli.
For me, it wasn't a cultural phenomenon or anything like that. And they said, you'll be the first white guy on the show. And I said, well, okay, I'll do it. Yeah. You know, the conversation with Don was very amicable. I asked him, why did you invite me on the show? You know, I mean, I'm obviously not a black artist. And he said, well, he says, I consider you off-white.
The reason why Gino Vanelli happened to be on Soul Train, number one, is because he had a black sound. People thought the man was black. I am one of them.
But it was a life-turning, or at least a career-turning event for me. Because right after Soul Train, my audiences were at least 50% black.
It ushered in another kind of a growth period when major white stars wanted to come on the Soul Train show.
I understand that you've been quite a fan of these kids for some time, is that right?
It's the only thing that you can look forward to on a tour, apart from the sports programs on American television. I just watch it every week, and the whole band watches it, and it keeps us amused. It's great. We've been watching it for a long time.
It wasn't salesmanship on our part. They just called up one day and said, Elton John wants to do Soul Train, and we like, fine, you know.
Elton John, David Bowie made music that if you didn't know who they were, you would have thought a black man made them records. That song, Fame.
You were just shocked when he was on Soul Train. I remember when we all were jockeying, positioned to be in front of the television. And when he came on, oh my gosh, it was mesmerizing, it really was.
I think they'd had quite a success with Elton John. I think they probably felt that it was opening their market up a bit to try and cross over into white territories as well. The great trouble was that I forgot to learn to lip sync it, and it was a farce. I mean, I barely get through the song. They're frantically trying to remember the words as the thing's playing. Oh God, I should have learned this.
Don went on to feature an array of white soul performers, from Tina Marie to Captain and Tennille to the appropriately named Scottish funk group, the Average White Band.
Soul Train was our first performance to Greater America. Give me a little piece. Look up the creed. And obviously that had an immediate impact on ticket sales. The venues were changing suddenly. We're going upstairs to the big hall.
Even the unpaid Soul Train dancers began to find opportunities outside the show, like Fred Berry, who went on to star as rerun on What's Happening, while also grooving with the Lockers, a group of Soul Train dancers who toured the country showcasing their synchronized street moves and outrageous outfits.
Don Campbell was the inventor of the dance called locking. It's just the locking of the joints. It's like you move and you lock. Lock, lock, ah.
That dance actually served as the original format of how we as breakdancers, we formatted our routines. Those dances set the trend for the hip-hop dances to come.
Soul Train gave birth to a lot of dances that are popularized even to this day. Popping, ticking, whacking, robot. All of this stuff came from Soul Train.
The robot had always been one of the show's most unique dances, but its popularity skyrocketed when one of the biggest stars picked up on it.
I do remember the day that Michael Jackson premiered The Robot on Soul Train. All my cousins seen it, and then they just instantly, you just had to do The Robot.
That whole style of dance influenced Michael. He was so in tune and informed by what was happening on Soul Train.
In its 4 years on air, Soul Train had become more than just a cultural phenomenon. It was a lifestyle, a tight-knit community that everyone wanted to be a part of, even the greatest musicians of all time.
Soul Train went down for Leah.
Stevie Wonder made his own song up on the spot about the Soul Train gang.
Soul Train.
And he got us to sing in with him. It was an exciting moment for me.
And let me hear everybody say, well, all the brothers and sisters